1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
I hate to say it. Bear was like one pitch away, and then we had the pass ball, right? Like he's one pitch away there with the batter. I think he had 2 strikes on him, and I think he just tried to overthrow a breaking ball. And if he makes a quality pitch right there and gets a swing and miss, the outing probably would have been a little bit different for Bear. But look, the stuff is elite. I mean, he's up to 96. He's got a good slider. We just got to get him in the strike zone more. We feel like he has the talent and the ability to be an effective arm force out of the pen. But he hasn't had a lot of opportunities yet just because he was coming off of injury. We just got to keep trying to find the right opportunities to bring him in there and let him continue to develop. And, hopefully he'll throw the ball over the plate, more consistently and wind up being a guy that can potentially help us more.
Yeah, I mean, when you haven't pitched that much, you come back from injury. And again, the midweek in a perfect world is where you want to put a guy. But midweek against North Carolina could be a tough road, and Cullen just struggled. But does have arm talent. Now, if you want to say, okay, in that spot with 2 outs, you bring him in, and there's obviously struggling. Would you rather do it in a clean inning where he just starts the inning? And when things don't work, you always go, well, what if you might have done this? But you would like to get Horwitz ramped up. If you look at the job opening at North Carolina, Hubert Davis fired, of course, yesterday evening. There's no one in the family. And I say this all the time. I respect the whole family bit. I do. If you have the right guy in the family to hire. Don't just hire somebody because they're in the family. SEC folks on this list: Todd Golden at Florida, Nate Oates, Alabama. They've been talked about early. I don't think North Carolina goes with either one. Both have some baggage in different ways, shape, or form. And Chapel Hill just they don't get into that. I mean, both these guys are obviously high-level coaches. And they play styles that are fun to watch. But the Todd Golden's issue, and if you don't know what that was, and feel free to take a look up at that. We won't really go back over that here on the air. And Nate Oates' issues with some stuff off the court at Alabama. I just don't think North Carolina wants that smoke. And the Giants, they got a new manager, Tony Vitello. Is that Tony Vitello? Leaving Tennessee and going to San Francisco. This has never happened before. Never as a college head coach in baseball taking a Major League Baseball managing gig. Just never happened. Straight from college to the majors, what I'm saying. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I mean, Vitello obviously did a heck of a job at Tennessee, but obviously being the head baseball coach in the SEC for a college team, no matter how successful you were, obviously a massively different animal than managing a bunch of grown men who make a lot more money than you. And that's really, look, baseball's baseball. There are some little tweaks different from coaching college to managing in the majors. But the bottom line thing, I say this all the time about baseball. Managing the game is secondary to managing the players. You all are stuck together for 6 months of the majors, spring training, and if you're lucky, part of the postseason. It's a lot of spending time with the same crew. You got a bunch of different egos, a ton of different stuff going on. How do you manage the clubhouse? That's what's important. Tony Vitello is just going to have to adjust from managing college kids to managing grown men. If Vitello can do that, he might have a shot to be successful. If he can't, it's going to be a gigantic flop. And I don't know when we'll see another college coach go straight to the majors as a manager. But that's, to me, the biggest thing with Vitello is you gotta treat these dudes like grown men, man.